Okay, we're starting at video number 2 with Gabor. Okay.
So we make every week or every second week meeting with the management, and we talk about the problems and the jobs we have to do, and I will talk about that as well in the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be fantastic. Because also that way you probably won't be answering the same questions again and again, because they'll be answered in the Facebook group, in your official Facebook group. And we're here to help too, because we are so enthusiastic about it. And I myself would love to have that community being formed now already. So we're here to help. We've made this trip in order to do that.
And
And
you've got 143 people that want this to happen.
at least, or at least, no, 150 that we know are on the group, but how many of those are actual residents, that's a good
If
question.
they haven't put down their money,
That's true.
it's not serious yet.
All right,
So I'm happy to hear that, and we will keep in touch. I can promise
Perfect.
you. So and I will manage everything by the
Okay.
management.
the other thing, I think I was talking to Mohammed about something else, and he said he was working now with port authorities to get that berthing approved for the ship. Maybe that's one way we could also show our people that the ship is expected. I looked at Fort Lauderdale, for example, on the 1st of September, whether the ship is coming or going, and it's not yet on the official page. When will that show on the official page? Because I think if we show that to people, they'll go, hey, the ship is actually going.
Yes, I see. We will start this. We already started the negotiation with the port, but we will announce and we will write a contract before the sailing date is solid and it's okay. So 2 months is before the sailings, 1 month before the sailings.
Not
Around.
before that.
Not before that, yes.
Well, he said that he's working with this. Do you have the notes of who he? There were 3 companies.
He gave us 3 companies.
That are worldwide that you're working with. And then he said there are 5 ports that he doesn't have a solution for, but what are you going to do? Is to follow either Princess or Carnival and whoever they used.
Mm-hmm.
But he is trying to set this up in addition to his HR duties. So have you all taken a piece of this? It's not necessarily your center of your sales, but have you taken a piece of this that isn't really sales to help organize?
No, Mohammed help us by the booking department and by me, by the sales as well. But his main duty is the HR processes. Everything is collected in the hand of our vice president, Mr. Harold. So they organize everything, and he organize everything, and he make everything, every decision. So and with alongside with the CEO. So
Do you think there's any way we could get them to come and communicate with us on a conference call?
maybe I will talk to Mr. Harold, and we will organize it. No problem.
I think that would be lovely.
Okay.
I think one of the things that our community is missing is, we have the Facebook page, we have the communication online, and some of us even thought that Chiara was a robot, because we weren't sure if it's a person or if it's just somebody, an artificial intelligence. If we could somehow maybe have a meeting or have some questions answered by your top management, but the top management, to get to know them, to really understand, I think to build more faith. Some people don't have the faith,
I
unfortunately.
don't think that will be a problem. So I will talk to Marcel, and we will organize a Zoom meeting or something.
That would be
and
fantastic,
we can
with
make
all
it.
the residents or potentials. I think that would also show a lot of character. We've noticed that with your competitors, when they had the problems and the new management came on board and really took the time to answer questions, it was very beneficial.
Yes, I see, and I understand. We have to build trust, and we have to be visible and
Yes.
to know the
Americans
faces.
need that. you know,
Yes.
and I'm a Polish
I
American.
learned it already, so yes.
I understand in Europe it's quite different because I've been living in Europe for 35 years, but Americans like to have that trust and they like to know who they're working with. So I think that would be appreciated
Okay.
by the community very much. Oh, the other thing I wanted to ask, if possible, whether it's on your official Facebook page or on the web page, to maybe on a weekly basis to share the percentage. So not you don't have 10 people asking, but that it's somehow posted.
Yeah, we already talked on it, but we decided not to show the current person because it's always changing. So
I understand.
there is every day we have booking cancel as well, new bookings. So it's always moving. But now at this time it's 69%. But you can see the free rooms, and you can calculate as well if you want.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
But it's not moving. It's not.
Yes, we had a growing of 10% in 3 months, so it's go very slowly, but very
Slow.
slowly. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
We need to put some fire under this.
We try to do everything to grow this number.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things that you mentioned and is in the contract is insurance, medical insurance. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but one of the other residents, Art Williams, and I have kind of taken it upon ourselves to write insurance companies. And I think I've sent anywhere between 15 to 20 emails to big insurance companies, kind of describing who we are, what we're trying to do. And for insurance companies, everybody I've called in the past, it's either a 90-day limit or a 3-month limit, like a regular cruise ship.
Not for 3 years.
Not for 3, not even for 1 year. It's a new concept. And I've even approached it in a way saying, hey, listen, we're not the only ones out there. You've got the world. And we actually had a conference call with the insurance company that insures the current residents of the world. And he's trying to work out something for us. Then we've got our competitors that are trying to come on board and other cruise ships that go for longer periods of time. So if an insurance company starts working with us on something like this, it's not only going to be for us, it's going to be for others. But I just wanted to share the difficulty that it is very difficult to find a company, even if we look at it as a group insurance policy. It is easy to get like an evacuation insurance. We have a worldwide coverage that if something happens to us, we will be taken to a hospital or we will be helicoptered, whether it's to a hospital or back home to the States. So we have that. Is that enough for you that you know we have that kind of coverage, or what kind of coverage do you actually envision by contractual means that we need to have?
Okay, I will ask for the management for this because I don't have detailed information about that. I know that you have to have an insurance. This is mandatory to,
But what
to
kind?
board to the ship.
Yeah.
I will ask for it.
What kind is important?
Right now, we have an insurance that can cover lost bags, discontinuation of the cruise, emergency medical
Evacuation.
repatriation, or if you die, they'll take the remains back, but nothing about medical. It would be very, very difficult on the medical side.
And I think part of, I'll forward you the email of what I wrote to the insurance companies. I worked on it with Mohammed and with Lydia. So we had some statistics in there and a little bit about the structure of the medical on the ship. Because I think also with the structure of the medical on the ship, it reduces the risk of just everyday things. And a lot of times the everyday things are the things that cause the most bother. So I think we'll need somehow to work with you. Mohammed already said that it's okay that if there are questions, they can contact either Lydia or Mohammed to ask questions. But we may need you guys to step up a little bit and say, okay, yes, we agree that this policy is done for the residents and it is the residents' choice to join it or not. But we may need your support in this.
Okay.
Another piece of feedback is, yes, it's nice that you people are looking at this and trying diligently to find a methodology, but we want to talk to the management.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one of
They don't wanna talk to
our
you.
conference calls, like, where's the management?
Yeah.
And-
I will organize it. Okay. for you.
Perfect.
And maybe we can. I already promised you that I will make another videos about the questions as well. So I will make a detailed video about the medical services as well, and that's
Okay.
that will be helpful, I think.
We talked to the medical services about prescription medication, and the doctor wrote back and said, we'll include your medications on the formulary.
Mhm.
So I'm confident that I'm gonna have a medication on board if the doctor said we'll add it to the formulary. I don't think, with the exception of one person,
I don't think that's known there yet.
Yes.
I don't think that's something that's been shared with other residents. So I guess our question about the medical aspect is, you have 2 or 3 doctors on board, right?
Yes.
And are they
Five
licensed?
doctors.
5 doctors.
Sorry, 5 nurses.
5
3
nurses and 3 doctors.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Exactly.
Are they licensed in a specific country, or are they outsourced for the ship, or are they hired by the ship?
And hired by us, by the
Okay.
ship, so they will live on the board. So
Okay, great.
That's not from somebody joined in Africa, somebody joined in Greece or something.
you know, I lived in Africa for 4 years.
Really?
I understand that.
And where are the doctors licensed? Do they have a possibility of writing a prescription if it's necessary?
No, they only general doctors, and they don't have any license to
Write
you
prescriptions.
prescriptions. No, so
But
they don't
is
have.
that for the United
You have to
States
organize it.
or is it for the rest of the world?
Not for United States as well. So
So they can't write
they
any
can-
kind of prescription?
No. You have to take care about the medicaments. So
Okay. But so their responsibility is only like if we get hurt, or we have a headache, or we have seasickness. So first
the
help.
general medicaments we have on board, we will have on board. So we have a little pharmacy with the general types for headaches or for the seasick.
Band-aids.
And that's all. So not specific medicaments, because everybody have illness, different illness. We don't have any place and any time to prepare for every medicine. So
I can understand that. Well, we were told to provide the medicines we take on an everyday basis to the doctor, and I think Lydia helped us with that, and then we communicated with the doctor, and they replied that our medications will be on the formulary. But I have a follow-up question that I haven't gotten an answer because I think the doctor is not working at the moment. Is how is the formulary going to be used? What is the cost, and do we know how that's going to work yet?
I will search for it and ask for it, and I will
Okay.
let you know. Okay.
Excellent, because I think a lot of people will be interested in that, and if they can get more information on how to put their medication on board, because it's going to be very difficult for us to get 3 years of medication.
I know.
A year, it's another story. Or 6 months is probably easy. Then I think one of the other questions is, we have quite a few people who are probably going to be still working on board. So is there going to be any kind of thing like a business center, somewhere where they can make calls other than their room, or will there be a printer, a scanner available on board for passengers?
Yes, exactly. We have a business center,
Okay.
meeting rooms as well, and you can use it every time. We have printers, we have Wi-Fi connections, and high rate Wi-Fi connections for free on charge, so free of charge. So you can work there.
The other question that parallels that as the casino.
Now let's continue with the internet first, if you don't mind, sweetheart.
You want OBS?
OBS. So OBS, why was the decision to go with OBS? We read some really good things about it, and we heard that OBS is also used by the U.S. military. So it sounds like a really good thing, and they're building new satellites and things like that. Do you have reassurances or any kind of guarantee that it will be enough for those people working?
Yes, it will be enough, but OBS is the abbreviation of our onboard system. So this is not a...
No, what was the other, what was the internet system? O3 something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
As well, but it will be enough.
It will be enough?
Yes.
Well, the reason we ask is because we've seen the fact that there are 2 satellites that they'll need 6 to 8 to fully develop the system. There were another 2 that were supposed to be launched from Florida this month, in June. So we don't know whether it's a complete system
It's
or it will build over time.
it's complete system all around the world, unless
Okay.
I am mistaken, but I will check it as well.
And is it, okay, so we assume it's going to be enough for voice and video communications, streaming,
Streaming as well.
Netflix?
Yes, exactly. For the first time, we had the theory that we don't allow to download movies or something, but it will be enough, so we allow now.
Okay.
So you can download movies as well, and you can see movies.
I don't think that's been communicated.
Yeah,
No?
not yet, no.
Okay.
Because I think the information that we got last time was, if everybody's trying to download movies, it's probably not going to work.
Hmm.
And it
So,
probably will. There'll be too much contention if everybody's trying to do it.
yeah,
According my last information, it is allowed, but I will check it.
please, especially for the people who are going to be working on board, I think they want reassurances.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't work, they're going to go, hey, listen, I need to get off the boat because I can't perform my job. So
Okay.
that's going to be a very important aspect. The other thing that got some interest or some discussions on board was the casino.
Hmm.
Is the casino outsourced? So it's a company coming on to have the casino operations, or?
I don't know, but I will ask it for
Okay.
it as well. So
Because I think, I understand that on a cruise ship that you have people coming on every week or 2 weeks or whatever, you'll have people gambling. I think most of us were like, yeah, it's probably going to be the quietest place on board.
yeah, I don't like the casino as well, but myself.
Yeah.
But many people like the casino and the feeling that they can play and
Yeah.
gambling.
I think some people do, but so maybe it's something that's probably going to, you guys are going to start with the casino, but if it starts losing business, it's probably not going to continue.
Yes, exactly. So I will ask for it as well. The last situation. Of
I think
the
many
casino.
people are skeptical. We're kind of joking that
The-
it may be the quietest place on board. So if you wanted to do video conference calls, you can do it there. Then programs on board. So one of the things that appeals to me traveling the world is getting to know the customs, the traditions, a little bit of history, maybe music, food, wine, or just things from every country. How do you plan on organizing for us to get the best flavor of those countries we're going to be seeing?
Yes, in every destination we have entrepreneur companies who will organize local bands, local dance evenings, local foods, local wine tasting or beer tasting, for example, and that's we plan.
Okay.
Every port we will have local foods and local evenings or dance evenings, for example.
And that's going to
try
be
this.
on the ship? And
On the
that's
ship, on the ship,
included
everything.
in our...
Everything on the ship is included, not everything, but these evenings will be included to theater, cinema, and these dance evenings or community programs will be in all-inclusive price. So
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, because I think for me personally, it's also a learning experience. I've been to about 70 countries, but I haven't seen 150 like we're going to be visiting. So I would love to know a lot more, and I'm excited about that.
Yes, we think that it's much better than a normal cruise company. They always bring to the board always the same local band and
Yes.
the same bands, so it is boring.
The same
a
magician
little
10
bit.
times.
Yes, exactly. But we tried always to make some color to the ship, so to bring some color to the ships.
And I noticed one thing, actually somebody just pointed it out, it wasn't so clear, I think it was Valerie who pointed it out, that you guys are working with local companies for excursions. I
Yes.
love that you're not trying to make money on excursions, but you're offering really the local excursions. And I've seen a lot of great things planned, so I really appreciate that. And because there are people who are trying to budget how they're going to cover this and see as much as we can. So I just express my appreciation that you guys are working with the locals and not marking up the cost of excursions like normal cruise ships are.
Yeah, this is very important for us, and we speak with these companies always that they have to make low budget excursion programs up to luxury programs. So
Give
you
both
can
choices.
choose it for your according to your wallet. So you can choose it.
If somebody wants to go to Antarctica in the Zodiac,
Maybe.
Yes, they can.
Maybe it is possible. Yes, exactly. I personally managed a company for the Asian market. This is a Chinese guy, a Chinese agency, and he will responsible for the Indonesian market, Thailand, China, Japan, and he will organize nice excursions. So they collect every nice places and make a very good offer for this, and you can choose it. So it will be a detailed offer. So everything you will see on this detailed, not only a price and the name of the excursion. So
Perfect. No, I'm really looking forward to that personally. It's not a real cruise, so I'm not expecting the same kind of shops on board. Can you explain? There are shops. What
Yes.
kind of shops are you intending to
We will
keep on board?
We will have many shops on board, luxury shops as well. You can buy food as well, and some other things. But I have to check it carefully, and I will let you know
Okay.
what kind of shops will be there.
Then I've got a couple questions. I'll ask a couple more, and then I'll have some additional questions. Maybe we'll do in part 3. I was talking to somebody from Storylines that they said that the way they planned their itinerary was to often stop at U.S. territories, which made it easier for their residents to go to a U.S. doctor or have a U.S. prescription filled. It's probably too late now for this cruise, but in the future we could think of things like that to try to plan more U.S. territories along the way.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that for the next
Next
trip.
round.
The next round, yes, exactly.
Okay.
but there are some places that we're going to go. I think Guam is on there.
I think so.
Samoa,
But we'll have to see how far that's in between,
yeah.
because that might be easier for people too. I think for the people who have prescriptions, it's going to be an interesting one how to handle that. So when you follow up with the doctor and how the formulary works, that
Yeah.
will be
Yeah, it's not an easy thing, but in every port we have forwarder companies contracts, so you can send it per post or forwarder to this port, and you can pick it up.
But
in the
medications
port.
you can't.
No?
No. I think one of our residents says he's getting medications from India, but for us, from America, like we have PillPack from Amazon, and we get little packets of all our medication. They will not ship to anywhere except in the States.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will check it because according to my information, it can be.
Okay.
It's possible.
I think what you would have to do is you would have to send it to an address in the United States
Mhm.
to me at this address.
And then
the
have it
forwarder
forwarded.
Move it, but it would have to reside.
Ah.
The address would have to reside.
So you have to be a friend, for example, in the US, and he can send it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You don't
But I
have an
will check it.
address in the States that could, per se, do that kind of service,
And we
or
don't even know if it's legal.
I don't even know. Yeah. And then you're responsible for what kind of things people are sending.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm eyeing the Neptune Suites, and we're currently booked in a balcony cabin, and I really appreciate the fact that the prices have gone down. Any chance that the Neptune Suites will go down? I see there's hardly anybody booking those, because the prices are quite...
I don't have any information that we will have reduced the prices more. So at
Okay.
this time.
All right. Then somebody was also asking if there's a wait list, for example, her choice of a cabin would have been a balcony aft, totally aft, and those are all booked already.
Mhm.
Do you have a wait list for potentially those cabins being let go, or if somebody cancels out, can she get on a wait list?
At this time, we don't have any wait list because there is no need to
Yeah.
to have it. But if it will be needed, we will have
Okay.
the wait list. So.
Any other questions? All right. Let me maybe stop it now, because then I've got a couple more detailed questions from residents. So we have shorter segments.
Okay.
All right, to be continued.
Okay.